Hey guys, in this video I'm going to show you every item that you will receive by trading the 10 boss Remembrances, and we're going to start with the absolute best. Starting with Rellana, we're going to get the Twin Blades as a weapon, which in my opinion is the coolest weapon in the entire game. You have a really fast moveset and you have some really spectacular special moves taken away right from the boss. And for a spell, you're gonna get the Twin Moons, which again is another attack from the boss that looks absolutely phenomenal. And we go from the absolute best to the absolute worst, which is the Dancing Lion, where you're gonna get the Frost Stomp, which is pretty much the same as the Hoarfrost Stomp in the main game. And you get a Talisman that raises the potency of storms. So what you're seeing in the screen right now is not what you're gonna get. What you're gonna get is only a simple Talisman. As for Messmer, you're gonna get the Spear of the Impaler as a weapon, which is a bit on the slow side, but it can be thrown, which is really cool. And you get also one of the coolest special attacks in the entire game, which again is another attack that the boss also uses. And as a spell, you're gonna get the initial attack from the fight against Messmer, which is called the Messmer's Orb. Next we have Commander Gaius, which will give you the Sword Lance as a weapon, which is a very cool looking weapon, which has an also very cool special move, as you can see right now. And as a spell, you're gonna get the Blades of Stone, which is probably something I'm not gonna use much. Scadutree Avatar has the Shadow Sunflower Blossom as a weapon, which is kind of a mini version of the boss, which I think is really funny, because I like banging with the flower on the floor, because I thought the boss was a bit on the annoying side. And as a spell, you have the Land of Shadow, which looks really cool. The Putrescent Knight is next, and we have the Putrescent Cleaver. Man, this boss name is really hard to say, and the weapon name also. And as you can see, this weapon is really funny. I don't even know how to describe what I'm watching right now. It's just a very funny looking weapon on a very funny looking boss. For a spell, again, very hard to say, you have the Vortex of Putrescence. Our next boss is Midra, Lord of Frenzy Flame, which will give us as a weapon the Great Sword of Damnation, which is a very cool name and also has a very cool special move. And for a spell we have the Flame of Frenzy, which honestly I find it a bit on the disappointing side. And now we have Romina, Saint of the Bud, which will give us as a weapon the Pole Blade of the Bud, and the moveset is not exactly anything spectacular, but what is spectacular is the special move. I mean, look at this. Also spectacular is the spell, which is called Rotten Butterflies, and yeah, it's a beauty. What else can I say? It's really cool looking. Next on our list we have Metyr, Mother of Fingers, which will give us as a weapon the Gazing Finger, which is really cool for people that like to do bonk builds, has a really cool special attack. And also absolutely spectacular is the Staff of the Great Beyond, which allows us to use sorceries and incantations by itself, and I think that is an awesome idea, really useful. And for last we have of course the final boss, Promised Consort Radahn will give us two weapons. The Great Sword of Radahn, the light version, which has this special move that you're seeing right now, and it will give us the Great Sword of Radahn, but the Lord version. Pretty much the only difference I found is the special move. As you can see right now, it's very different from, the light version. This one is longer and much more spectacular. And as a spell is going to give us the Light of Mikola, which is basically the attack that he starts second phase with. Looks awesome and has a crazy reach, as you can see. So with that, I finished my video. I hope it was helpful and I hope you enjoyed watching, and I see you guys on the next video. Stay well, bye bye.